Hello, my name is Jacob Clinton Snyder, and I'm going to read you an email, and then I'm going to post it on YouTube, Daddy Bear 3044, and my Facebook page is Jacob Snyder, and has me with a picture of an American flag behind it. Pretty sure that's the profile page. This whole thing from the very beginning, 8 years ago, when my wife got raped in the garage and got forced into this forced into prostitution. It's always been about lies and deceit and manipulation from the very beginning. So what people don't understand is, like, it's not just good people and bad people. Okay, it's really evil piece of shit people that are using bad people and good people to do their work, to do what they want them to do. So you could have like an entire like an entire church group that's fostering kids of a relationship that's abusive or something like that. And those people are all good people, good Christians, or good, whatever religion you want to say. And they're all good people, right? They don't do drugs. They don't break the law. They don't have alcohol problems. They don't drink or whatever, right? And they have a good amount of money, right? They have a good faith. They have good morals and values and principles, right? Those are good people, right? But at the very top, who's making that decision for them is a real evil piece of shit that molests kids, okay? And that's what people get really confused, and they get all worked up about it, right? Because, like, let's say, for instance, I'm just going to say hypothetically, my kids were adopted of some family, a nice family, okay? They would get defensive, and the whole group of them, or whole family, or whole church would get defensive because they're good people. And I'm sitting here going, like, dude, like, my kid got kidnapped by some pedophiles, whatever. They're like, what are you talking about, right? That makes sense. But who is the one that approved the adoption? Who's the one that approved and took the kids away? Right? Like that's when things like really start to understand that this one person that's making these decisions he's not helping anybody. He's making that decision for himself because he doesn't want to go to prison. Okay? And everybody that defends him, right? Because I know for a fact my oldest son wants to live with me. He's lived with me for he was trying to get away from his mom's house for 6 years. So I know for a fact my oldest son wants to live with me. And I know for a fact my oldest son was running away from Anderson Middle School. So if you have any idea like where he's at, right, and you're not giving me that information, you're just helping defend the guy that molested him. It doesn't make any sense, dude. Whether you be a police officer or a nurse or a fire truck or a firefighter or a freaking landscaper, it doesn't matter, dude, or a teacher, it doesn't matter, dude. You have information that I need to help me find my kids and figure out what the hell's going on. Because if my son was here, he would tell me the truth. Doesn't that make sense? My son was here, he would tell me what happened. But nobody wants my son to be here. Well, then that's why, because they don't want him to tell me the truth and tell me what happened. Right? Do you understand? So I'm going to read you an email real quick, okay? Okay, and then I'll show you like this. So this is the email. Make sure that everybody sees it, right? And I'm going to show you where it says at the very top. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of backwards, but did you see what that says? And I'll post pictures of it. It says U.S. Pardon Attorney, okay? Now listen, okay? Thank you for your email to the U.S. The Office of the Pardon Attorney, okay? If you want, find statistics about clemency and information regarding your Freedom of Information Act releases, okay? And then what I did is I looked this up online because I wasn't the one that sent the email. So somebody hacked my account, sends emails and messages and text messages and phone calls from my phone. They intercept phone calls as well, because I had a friend tell me that she tried to call me several times and she couldn't get a hold of me. So if they're doing that, right, then they're basically trying to block me from getting help. And the only people I can think of that are doing that would be the people that molested my kids. Period. Okay? So listen, okay? Thank you, sir. I really appreciate the opportunity to file a petition of pardon and clemency. Sir, I would like to hear your thoughts about this entire time. I was arrested by RPD officer Jacob Provencio, whom threatened me and my wife and kids and threatened to kill us and throw me in prison. He even said he would kill my wife and kill my kids and frame me for it. It was horrible circumstances, with several corrupt police officers and corrupt judges and corrupt district attorney's office in Shasta County, California. For years, I've been arrested several times, pulled over and a bunch of times. My car was impounded a couple times. I have more criminal charges and cases and restraining order filed against me, preventing me from protecting my kids from human trafficking, from being molested. Sir, from the very beginning, when my wife left Sacramento County on October 4th, 2016, right after the election, my wife and I were arguing over everything that happened to her and my wife and my kids while I was at work. While I was gone, I was at work all day, only finding out this information right before she left. As any good dad would do, I wanted to protect my family. Since July of 2016, I've been working on an investigation into the criminal organization that targets families, targeting women and children in Northern California. Corrupt police officers, corrupt judges, and corrupt district attorney's office, and local politicians and local county employees in both Shasta County and Sacramento County. Sir, I have been through hell gathering evidence and information necessary for a RICO case and prosecution and convictions against these criminals. Threatened me and threatened my wife and kids every day since 2016. I have been falsely accused, wrongfully convicted by these individuals whom choose crime over constitution. And these criminals destroyed records, case files, and information necessary for prosecution against them. Sir, as much as I admire you in this administration, just because he's a smart person and he's the president, and I don't think it has anything to do with political party, but I do admire him, I couldn't, within good faith and reasonable judgment, have this administration sign a pardon or clemency for crimes committed against me, and the fact that these criminals haven't been arrested yet. In my life experience in the past 7 years, I feel that would make a mockery of our legal system and constitutional laws and amendments in civil rights. It would be like these criminals making a mockery of this administration. And with admiration and respect for our country, I would gladly turn down the offer and continue in efforts to expose the corruption that infiltrated our community. I hope to hold them accountable and hold them accountable and responsible for abduction, kidnapping, forgery, extortion, blackmail that infiltrated our community. I hope to hold them accountable and responsible for abduction. Sir, all of this shit that happened to me, to my kids, and forced my kids into unnecessary mental health treatment. These local corrupt county employees these local corrupt county employees have the authority and they can fix the problem themselves. Null and void the civil litigation case between my wife and I, dissolution of marriage based on forgery, fraudulent claims against the state of California regarding child support, which attorney Kristen Goldberg worked in collusion to enforce financial strain and grief on a good dad whom has always been financially responsible. False imprisonment, false accusations against me as well as my kids, humiliating me in front of my family and friends. These criminals deserve nothing more than handcuffs and due process. The same respect they denied me years ago. Sir, with your permission, of course, I made a pinky promise to my little girl Ava that I would be a good dad and not hurt anybody. I would prefer to ensure that every single person who is involved in my kids' lives right now be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. Thank you for your consideration. Proudly declined pardon, Jacob Clinton Snyder. Now, you may think I'm crazy if I was offered this pardon. I don't really necessarily know if originally, you know what I mean? Like, because it said that they were responding to an email, and I didn't send the email. Okay, but after the email that I sent back, right, I got a response, and so then I realized, okay, like, now I'm on the same page as at least this administration and the government, right? I'm on the same page, right? Because I got an email back, and this is what it says. Okay, so it says, look right here, it says basically it says an automatic reply from this email, and this is what it says. No, I'm sorry. This is the email. Okay, so see the email right here? It says see me email. Okay, then where it's from, right? It sees up in the corner. Okay, I know it's backwards, but you're gonna have to figure it out. We received your information. We received your messages based on the information you provided. It does not appear that your request concerns a violation of federal laws or a person in federal custody. In the event this office cannot be of assistance, the president's clemency power under the Constitution extends only to federal offenses. As a matter of policy, the president does not make recommendations or otherwise seek to intervene in state clemency matters. Whether to grant clemency to a state offender is a matter within the authority of the state officials to decide. You may wish to contact the governor or other appropriate state authority to determine whether any relief is available to you under state law. Now, this is very interesting to me, okay, because the Board of Supervisors in Shasta County, California, have the authority to overturn this case and overturn this judge's decision and have him impeached and removed from office right now. They have that power right now. They can have a meeting tomorrow, and if they all vote to have him fired and removed for a lot of things, I'm sure, but for forging documents and signatures and causing strain and grief on my family. I mean, like, whatever you would prefer, but I'm sure I can provide enough evidence for you to impeach him and have my kids returned. I'm sure I've provided that on Facebook already. Those are county officials that have the authority, the same type of authority that the president has. You know who else has the authority to overturn these charges and wipe my record clean? The district attorney's office. The district attorney's office, who fucking charged me with the crime in the first place she never had any evidence. She's done that 3 times to me now. So she knows for a fact that she can overturn my charges and give me my kids back, and she won't do it either. So you have the district attorney's office and the public defender's office that are no help at all in a case that's basically they're committing crimes against me. Okay, then you also have the Board of Supervisors that has the authority to overturn the charges and overturn the judge's decision, and they won't do it. Okay, now the Anderson Police Department and Redding Police Department and Sheriff's Department, they have the authority to enforce the law. So if they're breaking the law, then that's who the local law enforcement should be arresting somebody. Okay, and the DA would file charges against them, and that's not happening either. Not one person that has committed crimes against me has been arrested and convicted and sent to jail. Not one police officer that I have a list of. I have a list that me and Kendra got made together. And there's a list of police officers that have been harassing her the whole time that she's lived in Shasta County since 2016. And not one of those police officers is arrested. Not only that, but the main police officer that I've been saying raped my wife and has been harassing me, my wife and kids since 2016 is Jacob Provencio, and he got a lawsuit against himself with a girl that sued the county for $5 million, and she won. And he walked away. He didn't even get investigated. He walked away. He quit and left because the DA doesn't do anything about it. And other girls came forward, and then that got squashed, and they're probably dead or missing. So you want to play this game? Play it all day long. I don't give a shit. You want to play little gay game, right? With the lights in the back, right? Funny, dude, right? Like little lights in the back. Oh, dude, he's gay. I heard he's gay, or I heard I heard he swallowed a goat, dude. I heard I heard that his mom is a witch, whatever, dude. I don't care what you say, okay? You could post whatever you want online. I don't really care. You could say whatever you want about me. I don't really care. You can make up 30 or 40 Facebook profiles, Jason, like you could make up whatever the fuck you want, dude. Make up a profile of this, make a profile of that. But this is what they do, dude. They make up a profile with me and my name, right? And then post stuff from their computer and then say it's me. Like, that's how desperate these people are. Well, it's clear enough to me from this email back from the U.S. attorney, the U.S. pardon attorney, that I've committed no federal crimes, and the president's clemency power only has extended over federal offenses. And the only offense that I've ever committed was a violation of a restraining order 6 years ago, or 5 years ago, 7 years ago, right? And then I got freaking child abuse charges there was no evidence and no relevance whatsoever because I wanted to take my kids to Kaiser Permanente Medical Hospital down in Sacramento to get them evaluated for being molested. That's the reason why I got a child abuse charge, because I wanted to take my kids to the doctor. It's been 8 years up here, dude, and people know the truth up here. You know what I mean? People know what the hell's going on. So you start spreading lies and rumors and shit. All it does is just make you look guilty. So Jason started dating Kendra in like January or in 2020, and the first month or second month they were dating, he got a restraining order against him from my son. He's been with her 4 years, dude. Okay, like he's not the perfect husband or perfect boyfriend, dude. What they're doing is they're using the narrative that they've used from the very beginning, that was a complete lie and total nonsense, to support their decisions now that have fucking completely turned this county upside down. Because nobody knows what the fuck is going on. And the kids are running away from their house trying to fucking get home, and the cops are lying about it. That's what you have in this county. People are lying about religion, lying about politics, and lying about the children and the kids. And there's kids missing in this county. Wake up. Has nothing to do with me. Missing kids in this county has nothing to do with me. I want to find my kids. I'll help you. If your kids are missing, let me know so I can help you find them. I want to find my kids. If your kids are missing, let me know so I can help you, and we'll all help each other. Like, I want to find my kids. I want to know what the hell's going on. I want to see a phone call on my phone from my kids with their little faces in the video. Because every person on the fucking planet has a phone with FaceTime on it now. And there's absolutely no reason or no law or no justification that says my kids can't call their dad. Even foster care laws say that if the kids want to talk to their parents, they can talk to their parents. So something ain't right, dude. Even if you're in jail, you're allowed to talk to your parents and call your parents. Even if you're in prison, even if you're in freaking the mental hospital, you still have an opportunity to use the phone. And my kids, and I don't have a restraining order against my kids, so they can call their dad, dude. That's ridiculous. No, it's completely ridiculous notion to think that my kids can call their dad if they wanted to. This is America. This is like, we have civil rights, we have constitutional laws. This is America, right? My kids are American citizens. If they want to call their dad, they can call their dad. Only a pedophile piece of shit that wants to kidnap kids and wants to keep it a secret could think of keeping kids from calling their dad because they want to call their dad. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. God bless.